All right, so here we go. Week one of my basic off season. It's only going to be about 4 or 5 weeks of the off season before I start the actual meat prep portion of this willy nilly programming that I'm doing. Um, Days are all set up the same, like in the last prep. Bench on Tuesday, deadlift on Wednesday, overheads and back on Thursday, and squat on Sundays. Um, as you can see here, I'm only doing sets of two because I want to keep the weights a little bit heavier throughout this off season and just maybe work more sets in a higher range. Probably going to keep it to twos for the most part, and just kind of let whatever my body allows me to at maybe an RPE 8 um, throughout this until it gets too painful to maybe drop some weights. But I am going to be doing drop sets after all these heavy work sets of two reps of 3 to 5 sets, whatever I feel for that day. So there will be some drop sets, and I'm probably going to make those AMRAPs if I'm really feeling it. Um, Here, my me being a big idiot, I misloaded myself, and nobody really saw it but me. So I figured I had to throw it in here to let you guys know that I am not very smart all the time. But my first main accessory for bench is going to be feet up Spoto presses. I'm a big fan of these because this is a lot of arm and back work. And with my feet up the way I have them there, a lot of people put their feet all the way out, which I kind of feel is a bit of cheating. But this way, I am balancing and forcing all the weight into my back. And I don't know. I prefer them this way. I feel it way more in my arms. My arms are usually smoked after a lot of spotos. And the other thing, um, I'm not going to be always putting in a lot of the weights of these accessories, but for my accessories, this prep, after having a conversation with one of my training partners, I'm going to keep them to a little bit more of a bodybuilder tempo. Where I think last prep I was just trying to speed through everything just to get to a number. But now I want to get a little bit more mind muscle connection with my accessories, slow down the tempo, squeeze a little bit more, stuff like that. So I'm going to pay a lot more attention to my accessory work in this prep than I did previous preps. Um, and for some reason, I threw the bands on these deadlifts. These were really heavy. I think the bands add about 60 to 70 pounds, even the light reds, um, and they just suck. But I need to work on top end, so I think I'm going to keep bands in probably every other week of my deadlift throughout the off season and the prep, just to give that little bit of extra work at the top end. And this is right when I decided, right about here, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to start pausing these. Didn't think about it at all. Uh, the willy nilly program is just when you feel like doing it. So I haven't done these maybe once or twice prior to this. And I know I really liked them way back when I tried them the first time, never really programmed them. So I'm going to give those a go for majority of this prep as well. And here's my normal front squats after deadlifts, probably my favorite main accessory. I threw my heels on for some reason just to see how those felt, and was hitting depth very good. A little bit wider stance than my normal back squat stance when I do front squats. Worked up to a pretty decent weight of 335 for the day, uh, but the weights move real good. And for the first week of the off season, I was pretty happy with that. And I'm moving good mornings to my second main accessory after deadlifts, to really try to keep my lower back and glutes and upper hamstrings getting stronger, because I to get at 700-pound deadlift this coming meet, these are some staples. And because of all my followers and or subscribers, everybody needs to get a look at Rob's buns over there doing a little bit of work. So this is something I'm never going to do again. If you pay attention to my elbows, kind of bending in a weird position. So this was a little bit wider, and I I don't know. I don't like the way the bar hits my chest. It kind of annoys me. So I moved my hands in. It put a little bit more pressure on my elbows. This will be the last time I ever do these. With the amount of benching I do and overhead pressing, I really don't know if I need to do any more direct try work other than maybe some pull downs with the bands. But here's my favorite bench accessory that I don't do on a bench day is overhead press, or I like to call them my standing incline because I lean back so much. And again, I'm not very strong in these, but I'm trying to work. I'm trying to force them a little bit. There's me almost passing out per normal. And then the last set of 165 for three, struggling, as Joe Namath likes to say. But I got to get better at those, and I will because I always keep those in. Then you can see here my tempo on my lat raises are a little bit slower. I believe I sped this video up a little bit, but I'm trying to do the same thing with my bent over rows. Really kind of concentrate on what muscles I'm activating to make those better. Same here with the front raises. Squat day. So I found a chiropractor that can actually adjust my hips and my knees, and man, does my squat feel so much better. I really wanted this 545 for two, but there's a miscommunication between me and my partner there. No big deal. I'll come back and get it next week or in 2 weeks. And then I did one little drop set here, 405 for three. And then I moved on because we had plans for a deadlift party with some sumo stance here afterwards. But squats felt amazing. And these have really become a favorite accessory for me. The amount of glute, lower back, upper hamstring activation I get out of these. This is a PR for me, 435. My training partner, Don, was smoking those, and here I'm barely getting three. But then we moved on to stiff legs or Romanian, standing Romanian there, really to finish off the hamstrings because I ride my hamstrings so much when I do squats. So that's it. Week one is over. Take care, everybody. See you the next time.